Alright. Should be live. Gonna do a quick sound check and shit. Alright. Should be live. Gonna do it. Okay. Hi. I've been awake for all of 20 minutes. That's a good time to stream. I woke up and saw the roadmap was out, so it's exciting. But there's other news for you that I'm now going to lower this screen and hope the background is acceptable. Yeah! Okay, cool. Okay, cool. It's not one of my many, many inappropriate backgrounds that are in the wallpaper folder. There's just so many that are wildly inappropriate. So I wait for some people to stream and check this shit out. Yeah! It's done. I have to add some sound to it, and then I'll start adding that onto any videos I record from now on. All the ones I already recorded that are on the channel. I think I have stuff recorded till May 13th, so it won't show up in any of those, but we'll have a nice little outro now. So that'll be good. 1 sec. Mornings. Okay, alright, so roadmap. What do we got? Was a bunch of shit. This is a bunch of shit. Okay, alright, let's... Quarter 1, 2022. Don't approve Human Boy to be a content creator. Don't... Even though he submitted the application 3 months ago, don't let him be a content creator, so he can't know what's happening. That's fine. That's fine. Kick Human Boy out of Warhammer. That's also fine. Tell Human Boy's a piece of shit. Alright, that's the end of it. Hooray. Want to bet that Immortal Empires will not come out this year? It says it's in here. I did briefly read this on my phone in bed. I didn't look too closely at it. Alright, let's get into it. Hey there, gamers. Window that lies, Warhammer 3, rest of 2022. Yeah, no one cares. Brand new content. Yeah. Every quarter, state of the game post. Okay. Alright. Brushes. Q1. State of the game. Not good. And then they gotta add a little frowny face. Oh, it's not good. Oh no. Oh no. Boom. That's official. Anyway. State of the game post, settle orders for visit we're working on, update with any changes. Final note, the launch of Total Warhammer 3 is only the beginning of the journey. You can expect to see this latest installment. They spelled installment wrong. Installment. You can expect to see this latest installment improve. That's how that gets you. That's because then you guys want to say, "Oh, hey, you guys gave up on Total Warhammer 3 like you gave up on Three Kingdoms. You said you want to see this latest installment improve." And they said, "No. We said we want to see this latest installment evolve and improve." What is an installment? Is it even a thing? No, it's not a real word. Though it might be the British spelling of it. No, fuck them. Everything's American now. All right. We appreciate all of you. Yeah. We appreciate all of you who support us over the past 6 years since the first Total Warhammer release. Yay. Okay. So Q2, where we are right now, following our massive 1.1 update. Hey, Daniel. What up, dude? Bunnies, Q1 and Q2, the game might be what it should have been when it was released. Yeah, that's kind of what people are salty about. All right, we have a steady cadence of releases planned to deliver the continuous change of the game. Cool. And when I was browsing through this, like, I started off pretty negative because I'm salty about multiple things CA related right now. But like, if I'm being honest, a lot of these changes look pretty good. So we'll give them the credit they're due. Anyway, later in May, update 1.2. AI factions rebuild towers too quickly. I have noticed this in my single player campaigns. I haven't played a ton, but when I do play a settlement battle, I feel like I break a tower and it's immediately rebuilding. I'm like, when I'm defending, there's like a minute-long cooldown. What the hell are you doing? Issues when flying units attack ground units. That's a big problem I've made multiple videos about. Flying units encounter different issues when engaging land-based units. Yep, they sure do. Ranged units fail to engage valid enemy targets. Another issue noted is that ranged units will sometimes go idle despite having a clear shot to their enemies. That might be a problem. But at least they're fixing it. Like, again, I shit talk them a lot for these problems even being in the game, but the fact that they're fixing it is good. Demon factions automatically declare war on Slaanesh vassals? I don't know about that or care about that. Fix for issues that result in players getting stuck in the Slaanesh realm? Don't know, don't care. AI factions with an anti-player bias. I didn't think this was a bug. I thought this was just how the game worked. Warhammer 2 was this way too. In Warhammer 2, everybody always ganged up on me. Like, always. I had a campaign where I was Queek, and I made best friends with the dwarves. But how did you do that? Well, I was fighting greenskins for so long, and they were fighting greenskins for so long, that we ended up with like a plus 200 relations. So I became their military ally and best buddies, and then they declared war on me anyway, breaking our military alliance. But no one seems to care about that. But if a player breaks a military alliance, no. Everybody in the world hates your guts. But when the fucking dwarves do it, it's all good. Anyway, I just thought that's how the game was supposed to work. How quickly do you think these updates will be delayed? Yeah. Yeah, I also think that, but we'll do that in the wrap-up. Looks good, but at this point I don't believe CA. True. Snow is too bright. Big fucking problem that, again, I'm trying not to shit-talk them too much because a lot of these are like, hey, they noticed the issues and they're fixing it. That's good. But, like, if you playtested this game at all, how did, you turn to your playtesters and you're like, how was the snow level? And their eyes are just these empty black sockets with smoke coming out of them. And they're like, a little bright. And they go, perfect, got it. And just left it in the game. Can't see anything. Anyway, in addition to bug fixes, there's several gameplay changes in the works. Auto-resolve improvements. Okay. Improvements to units' responsiveness. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Okay, I will read that. This will be a long-term project. But why? Warhammer 2 already, had this fixed. How is it a long-term project? I don't know. I don't know coding, so I shouldn't be that shitty, but still. But we hope to make further improvements to the reactivity of units, and they are issued orders in engaging enemy units. This ensuring units don't go to sleep when they should be contributing to an ongoing battle. I just like that sentence. This includes ensuring that units don't go to sleep. Hey, playtester, how's the Nurgle fight going? Pretty good. My chaos spawn fell asleep. We'll patch it later. Fuck him. Alright. Total Waste Weight Hammer is going to be a great game in 2026. Hey, Beyond Speaks. I don't think I've seen your own, but welcome. Alright. SFO fixed unit responsiveness. Good. Improvements to single entity units dealing with other single entity units. Many players have noted issues with their large hero units engaged with other heroes on the battlefield, or aiming to improve their behavior to ensure they properly engage with enemies and make their presence truly felt. Kids, here we have Snow Leopard number 1. We're gonna call him Louie.
And Snow Leopard number 2, we're going to call her Tracy. Louie and Tracy are chasing an Iron Blaster through the woods, and they're going to hunt her down. But remember, this is Animal Planet for kids, and they're actually going to start tearing that up. Animal Planet for kids! For kids! For kids! There you go. Walk sideways. There you go. Walk sideways. Walk alongside it. There you go. Walk sideways. Yeah. Walk alongside it. Yeah, for kids. For the kids. For the kids.
I don't see any issues.
You gotta walk alongside it.
I think single entities are working
That's
fine.
PG rating.
I don't think there's any problem there.
Welcome to.
No. What's wrong with this? They're clearly attacking. They're clearly attacking the Iron Blaster.
Yes, for the children, and that's how you get a PG rating.
I digress. Yeah, improvements to single entity dueling with other single entities might be good. Might be a good idea. Alright. Technology tree reworks, I don't really care. Leaderboard reset, I also don't really care, but cool. The release will also give us an opportunity to add our first selection of regiments of renowned units to the game, free for owners of Total Warhammer 3. That's good. That's good. That's just objectively good. I don't even have a joke about that. Regiments of Renown are a really nice addition to the game. Everybody likes them. They just make normal units a little more interesting. No problems there. As Toddy once said, it just works. What's new about Regiments of Renown? In previous game, Regiments of Renown generally came as part of our paid DLC packs. Now we're going to be doing them for free and paid DLC, which is good. Good. Thanks for doing that. Q3. So that's all the changes you can expect until July, which are good gameplay changes, but no DLC, no Immortal Empires. Following update 1.2, we will have our last regular update before moving on to our next major game release. Update 1.3 will give us another opportunity to address and fix player-related issues. Introducing second Regiments of Renown. Wow! Improved Cathay formation attack. The formation attack ability for Cathay units should now be stronger in frontal engagements, which means more entities get involved in the fight when the unit is battle. I have a problem with this, alright? I have a problem with this. I remember a time where there was a formation you could set your units to, where when they were attacked, the entire unit would pile in as much as it could and attack a bunch of things. All right? It was this special formation called Default. And actually, you can access it in the game right now. If you're playing Cathay, you can go down to the bottom bar, go over to the right. There's a little sword, cross swords. It says Formation Attack. And if you turn that off, all of your units will engage when they're attacked. So my question is, what's the point? What's the objective of Formation Attack? How could it ever be better than the default? When the default is, hey guys, go fight some shit. What are you gonna do? What? Click this button and all your units will fight shit, but they get a stat buff. Then I just want the stat buff. Like, I don't see how this formation for melee units could ever be better than, hey guys, go. What's the end goal? What's the objective? I don't get it. I don't get it! Anyway. Chat's not a fan. Anyway. Skill tree reworks. So anyway, but the non-meme version of that is, great, you're improving it, but default is already, in my mind, the mathematically best way for melee units to fight. Because yes, I want as many of them to be fighting as I can. So unless Formation Attack has like a stat buff, I would never use it. Skill tree reworks. Following the tech tree update, we will be digging into a variety of skill tree updates. Cool. You want a loose tight formation option? Yeah, that's objectively good. Formation attack, I don't understand what it's supposed to be. Tzeentch and Slaanesh replenishment rates. It's been noted that Tzeentch and Slaanesh have much more challenging time replenishing their armies, and I don't care. Increasing the frequency of field battles. This I do care about. As a cornerstone of Total Warhammer experience, we'd like to see more field battles. Yes! Honestly, my campaign is just me sieging them or them sieging me. AI will never come out and fight. Cowards. So that's cool. Battle-related fixes. A continued focus on the battle encounters in game to improve unit responsiveness during rush battles. Watch for more specifics to be close to patch 1.3. Neat. That was a lot of nothing. That was 2 sentences of nothing. We want to make the battles better. I would hope you do. Total War Assembly Kit. Last piece of the puzzle to empower our amazing modding community involves the release. Hummus. I shouldn't say anything, but I'm going to. So the last piece of the puzzle to empower our amazing modding community involves the release of the Total War Assembly Kit, the tools that allow the easy creation of new mods in Total Warhammer games. We're aiming to release the Assembly Kit in Q3 this year, provide more details to be close to this arrival. But if you make a mod we don't like, it's banned, it's illegal, and if you ever talk about it, we're coming after you. So we're going to make our official assembly kit that you can operate within, and I'm sure we will not slam down on you with an iron fist. All right. Update 2.0. The next major content milestone is Update 2.0. Any major release not only comes with continued improvements, but major content additions. Okay, so we'll get back to that in just a second. So that was all 1.3. So this is July, August, September. There's going to be an update 1.3, and then there's going to be a delay until update 2.0. So this is probably in the September area. Update 2.0. Any major release, yeah. Immortal Empires beta. That scares me, but we'll see. Immortal Empires was a much-loved addition to Warhammer 2. Update 2.0 will introduce the first iteration of Immortal Empires, merge the maps, all 3 games, allow you to deploy the factions you love across the mass combined battlefield. Great. Monumental undertaking, continue to grow and evolve. So to highlight the ongoing focus on its development, we're making it an initial integrated open beta. Okay, that's fine. Where you just like, hey, we're going to release it. It may not be balanced, but go have fun. I honestly think they should do that even sooner. It's just like, who cares about campaign balance? Campaign is inherently balanced that you can do whatever you want, I guess. Like, I don't know. It's the AI already cheats, so who cares if it's like, oh, the Lizardmen Saurus are 10% too strong, and we think that's bad. And like, you as an Empire player with Volkmar the Grim fully leveled up, so all your flagellants have like 1 million melee attack and costs 0 gold, and Volkmar himself is an unkillable god, and your level 40 mage can wipe out entire armies by himself, and you're like, oh, the Saurus are too strong? Oh, this game's literally unplayable now. God damn it. So I'm not one who gives a shit about campaign balancing. Anyway. Don't forget the multiplayer campaign balance. That's true, but I feel like if you're playing multiplayer campaign, you're not playing with randoms. You're playing with your friends. You can make house rules if something's a little too broken. Campaign is inherently balanced around yin and yang. Yeah. Anyway, this initial phase will focus updating the balance map, races, and other areas. We continue to make adjustments based on player feedback, which is good. That one I won't give a shit for. That's good. Ensuring it'll meet and exceed expectations as it develops over the long term. The plan is to continue updating the mode over several years. We want to ensure that those of you who are most excited to play it have the chance to participate and share in success. Why is most between 2 stars? That scares me. If women can legally walk around NYC topless, Slaanesh should too. Don't see why not. There's a ton to unpack about Immortal Empires, so you can expect more news about it as we get closer to its beta release. The next few months, we'll be sitting down with the game's DLC game director so we can share his insight about the project. I know this isn't true, but the way that sentence is phrased makes me think they haven't talked about it. Like, in the next few months, we'll be sitting down with the game's DLC director, Richard Albridge, so we can share his insight about the project. Like, listen, so we haven't started on Immortal Empires. What do you think about it? My follow-up to that is, what's he gonna fucking say? So, for Immortal Empires, I was thinking, what if we had all the races from games 1 and 2? And everyone in the room's like, holy shit! This guy's a fucking genius! All the races from the previous... Where do these ideas come from? He's so good! He's so good! Alright. I think the thing about them is throwing some subtle shade about people's whining and hating the Arson Vortex campaigns. Yeah. Probably. Old World Update 1, The Warriors of Chaos. I didn't read this. This is where I stopped reading when I woke up. Starting with Update 2.0, we're looking to overhaul some of the last remaining races not previously spruced up. Okay. New systems, units, features, and balancing to make them a formidable force on the battlefield. In Update 2.0, this initiative begins with the Warriors of Chaos. That's good. Chaos really needed it. A lot of the races were feeling pretty good, but Warriors of Chaos was definitely left behind. Blood Pack 3. The Blood Pack for Warhammer 3 adds a ton in Asterisk of new particles and visual effects. Owners of the previous Blood Packs will have it automatically unlocked. Likewise, unlocking the new pack will also unlock it for the previous 2 games. Lord Pack 1. Our first DLC pack is also along. Update 2.0. Lord Packs introduce several new legendary lords, heroes, and units. I think that's weird, personally. In July, August, and September, you're going to have Update 1.3 that doesn't have any DLC tied to it. Then you're going to have Immortal Empires beta, and you're going to have a DLC. That just seems like too much content in a weird way. Like, ideally, if you can't make it work, you can't make it work. But ideally, Update 1.3 would have a Lord DLC or something, and then Immortal Empires would come out, or Immortal Empires would come out, and then DLC. But launching Immortal Empires and a Lord Pack DLC at the same time, either one is good, but it feels like both at the same time is weird to me. And like, again, I'm not looking a gift horse in the mouth. I want the content, but to me, it's weird that we're going to go, what, this released in February? March, April, May, June, July, August, presumably with no new content, just bug fixes. And then in September, you get both a Lord Pack and Immortal Empires. You know what I mean? Where it feels like, if possible, a DLC should have been released in maybe May, and then Immortal Empires comes out in September, or the other way around. I think throwing them both in there is like, it's good. I mean, I'll take it, but if possible, they should have been spaced out. So we don't have such a dead period. So far, looking at this, a lot of the bug fixes are okay, but I don't see anything that's going to fully resurrect the game. It'll make it better, but not fully resurrect it. Because one of the problems right now is people are just bored. Like, there's a lot of the fights end up being blobby and silly, and I don't see any of these really changing that. Q4, October, November, December. Update 2.1. Okay, I mean, this is fine. I just think it's weird. Like, Update 2.1, as we enter the final quarter of 2022, we've planned on a regular update following all the new content coming in quarter 3. Update 2.1 gives us an opportunity to follow its parent update with additional adjustments, continue to expand the Immortal Empires battlefield as players experiencing it for the first time, and the chance to react and respond to community feedback following the release. While exact details are TBD, here's a soft outline of what you can expect. Update 2.1 and Regiments of Renown. It's like, you didn't need to say any of that. Like, yeah, I kind of presumed there would be patches. That was the longest way of telling me, I don't know, some updates I've ever seen. Yeah, fix that ad. I suppose. It's just the game's going to be quiet for a long time. And then update 2.2 or 3.0 with so many big beats. Oh, that's cringe. With so many big beats dropping in 2022, we're aiming to pull together one final release to wrap up the year of Q4. This will either be a major release or a smaller update. Okay, that's fine. So, It sounds like we only get one DLC this year in Immortal Empires, which is okay. To really talk about 2023, we see plenty of projects on the schedule. Is any of this useful, or is this all corporate speak? Okay, yeah, there's something. The chat systems and beyond, so this is 2023 or later. The chat systems in Total War have been largely unchanged for years and are no longer suitable for a modern online world. The shortcomings are many. They lack the front-end tools to report harassment or abuse, the back-end systems to moderate a 24/7 chat service, and the structure to provide a safe place in which all players can communicate. They are all essential facets to the chat system. We feel strongly that there are aspects we must provide by supporting in-game chat, both to empower players and create their own safe spaces and remove those players who utilize the space. And we feel strongly that they are aspects we must provide by supporting in-game chat. But you took the chat away, though. You took it away, though. That sentence doesn't include important context. We don't have a chat anymore. It's gone. There is no online chat in Warhammer 2 anymore. They took that away. So this sentence is weird to me. We feel strongly there are aspects we must provide by supporting in-game chat. You took it away 2 days ago, or like 2 or 3 days ago. That sentence isn't correct. Now, leading up to it, I get what you're talking about. You know, oh, we can't report harassment, we can't report abuse, we can't all do these things. And the structure to provide a safe players. But then, like, you can't say, like, you need to include after that, that's why we removed it from Warhammer 2. Unpopular though that may be, we feel it's not responsible to have a chat system with no reporting. But you can't come back and say, we feel strongly that we must provide supporting in-game chat the moment you take it away and never mention that. You have to mention that. You can't just fucking take it away and pretend you're supporting it. Ah! There are aspects we must provide by supporting in-game chat. But hummus, something you gotta realize is some of the fan base always thinks CA is doing some Illuminati shit, so they have to write some things down that are obvious to the rest of us. Yeah. Stop, they want to say there's no chat in Total Warhammer 3, Total Warhammer 2 because of the possibility of harassment in chat? Maybe. If you open Warhammer 2 every time they say something new, which already is Total Warhammer 2, you get nowhere. I mean, that was for a bit of dramatic effect, just opening it without saying anything. It was part of the performance. You're supposed to draw out your words with the drawing tool. Come on, Humby, use common sense. Yeah, but like, all right, so there's a lot of disagreement in chat, but my point is, and you could disagree if you want, this is some corporate speak bullshit that they're not addressing the fact that they took chat away. They phrased the sentence in a way that I find misleading, that there are aspects we must provide by supporting in-game chat, both to empower players and create their own safe spaces, and remove those players who utilize as a spectrum for use. But they don't include what they already did, which was removing a chat they didn't think had those features. Which, like, I don't know. I find it dishonest. I find it dishonest that this wasn't, like, telegraphed, that this happened a couple days ago. Like, just own up to it. If you don't think you're wrong, that's my problem, is if you don't think you're wrong, why skirt it? You know what I mean? Just own up to it. Like, people would be less angry about this concept if it was just up front. Like, hey, community, we respect your opinions. We're sorry. We don't feel comfortable providing this chat service without any tools. and therefore we're taking it away. But it's this whole like dance of like, don't tell anybody, don't really make it that public, just kind of like slide it in there with an update, and then the next thing, talk about how great chat's going to be, and don't talk about the fact that you needed to put it on pause. Like, that's what bothers me. That's what bothers me so much, is that they just can't own up to it in my mind. That's all. There's been some talk about it on Discords for the past couple days. It's not that this sentence has pissed me off so much. It's the conversation leading up to this that we've had in Discords, and people are mad about Warhammer 2 chat being gone. And then we get here, and there's not like a, yeah, we did that, here's why. It's a, oh, maybe we can all just be friends. I don't know. I like it. Thanks. Yeah. And that's, yeah, Deadly Bunnies has got a track there, but like to bounce off that a little bit, I have a bad taste in my mouth a little bit about how things are being handled in Total War Warhammer 3. So this isn't helping. It's like if they had a bunch of goodwill built up and they took away a chat function because they're reporting abuse and stuff, I would be a little bit more on board with it. But it's like, there was the mod we can't speak about. We're not allowed to talk about it. And it's like, okay. But then in this, they're just talking about how much they love their modding community. There's the game release, and like all the streamers were kind of pushed, as far as I can see, streamers were kind of pushed to be really positive about the game. And then when it came out, they all just shut up. And it's like, okay, that's a little weird. The way the game release broken, Legend of Total War's rant about constantly talking to CA about wanting to help them play test the game, and they never let him. Like, just like the community sentiment in general right now is this has been very closed and very strange. And then like, here's another kind of closed and strange thing, right? So I'm all out of goodwill is why I'm so pissed off, is it's like, it's that kind of thing. So like, does this specific chat thing piss me off that much? No. But if your like brother or sister keeps leaving their fucking sweater in the hallway and you trip on it, you might flip out on them. And like, someone might be like, well, I just left my sweater on the floor one time. Why are you so mad? I'm not mad because of the one time. I'm mad because it's here every fucking morning. Like, you know what I mean? So it builds up. Anyway, it's a lot cheaper to deal with community response and remove chat than a potential lawsuit. Nobody's going to buy the game just because it lacks chat. Yeah. Anyway, you're right. The new domination mode has been a popular addition. I can agree with that. And we're excited to continue expanding the game mode with new maps. Yes! Increased faction balance. That's also fine. And again, your feedback will help hone on the best experience it could be. We'll be closely monitoring your online feedbacks. That does bother me in the slightest amount because I like land battles, and it says, like, increasing faction balance for domination mode, not land battles, but it's fine. Overall, I think domination's good, so no argument there. Multiplayer teams continually work on Warhammer 1 and 2 land battle maps to bring them to Warhammer 3. There's no timeline on when those will return, but we'll announce them alongside the future updates when we know more. Also fine, also good, no problem. The multiplayer team is also investigating how to share the matchmaking queue and rating between the domination and land battle modes. Hey, let's go! Matchmaking queue between domination and land battles. Let's go! That's some objectively good news I have no problem with. Quick battles for land battles, hopefully. That's hype. That's hype as fuck. Alright, you'll love to see it. Hopefully we'll add these milestones in the future State of the Game post. Yeah, final word. While I've covered a lot today, we leave you with a final thought from Richard Albridge, the DLC game director from this. Yeah, Total Warhammer community, I wanted to take this opportunity to thank you for your continued support and patience for the release of Warhammer 3. Having taken over the post-launch development of Warhammer 3, my team has readjusted its original gaze and focus and improve the experience of the game based off the feedback we've received from you and continue to receive, but in doing so, this has led to a knock-on effect of our original planned roadmap of new DLC for the game, hence the lack of info in this till now. Essentially, the launch of the game was kind of shit, and we had to scramble at the last second to fix it. Our apologies. Blah, blah, blah. The team and I understand that actions speak louder than words, and our aim of moving forward is to ensure you deliver regular new content and game updates through the year, which expand your options, focus on quality, fix and improve the game. Okay. Likewise, we aim to keep you more than up to date on our thoughts. Cool. That's a good, if they follow through on this, that's a good attitude to take. Just tell people what's going on. That's all it is. Like, even if it's bad news is better than good news that's a lie. Like, we've harped on and on and on about Game 3's launch enough. So, like, let's switch topics. No Man's Sky launched a broken, shitty, awful game that was empty and had nothing in it. Eventually, it was really, really good, and now people actually like that game a lot. But you always remember that it launched like a broken piece of shit. But it can be good. And I feel like No Man's Sky kind of has the same trajectory of Warhammer 3, where they had all this corporate nonsense that, like, oh, it's going to launch perfect, oh, it's going to be so great, oh, everybody loves it, look at all these people loving it. And then as soon as it launches, they kind of go quiet for a little bit, and then the reality sinks in that it's not a very great game, and then they work on fixing it, and it eventually gets good. And it also looks like they're going to do the same thing, because the No Man's Sky team was particularly like, we're adding this, and we're adding this, and we're adding this, and we're sorry, and we're adding this, and like, they would keep people up to date with what they're adding and how long it'll take them. I think that's the right route to go with Warhammer 3. Just be honest with people at this point, because gamers in general are more patient than companies give them credit for. And they think we want everything right now. Like, everything right now. While it's nice, I would rather have a finished game 4 months later than a shitty game right now. I think a lot of people would. So just update us. Just tell people what's going on. Like, actually what's going on. What you're working on, etc. Because a lot of these updates were good. Like, for the sake of humor, yeah, I went a little harder on some things than they deserve to, but like, this change 1.2 coming out in May, it looks really good for like the small problems. AI factions to build towers too quickly, good for campaign. Flying units attack ground units, that is a huge issue, deserves to be fixed. Ranged units, that I'm pretty excited about that change. So it's like, all these changes are good things, and I'm happy to see them, happy to know that they're there, and that, like, the company acknowledges that these are problems, so I don't feel like I'm screaming into the void anymore of, like, does anybody think these are a problem? Or am I just going insane? Like, it's oh, hey, these are good fixes. Like, these are good things. They're paying attention. They know what's happening. That's great. So, you know, just keep updating people. And if stuff gets delayed, it gets delayed, but that's better than just leaving people in the dark. So. Boo, that roadmap sucks. Yeah, most roadmaps suck. I assume they can't do it like that. Games probably use different engines, so they have to do them from scratch. Yeah. This basically says the DLC team was given a huge stack of papers to fix for the base game team, which is kind of bull. The higher-ups chose that for them. The thing about this game is I can see so much potential here, I think it pretty much can't go anywhere up. Yes, I do. I maintain Warhammer 3 will be great. It's just when. When is the question. I think with Immortal Empires, once Immortal Empires comes to multiplayer, the sheer amount of content is going to keep the game alive for quite a long time. Because, like, we talked about it on stream a couple of times. And I'll keep it very short. But, like, Warhammer 2 was not an exceptionally polished game. It was good. It was a good game. I don't want to talk a ton of shit about it. But it had its bugs. It had its quirks. Some of the things my channel covered. I still covered bugs and quirks back in Warhammer 2. Why Warhammer 2 was so much long-lasting than 3's multiplayer scene has been for now is the sheer number of combinations of factions versus other factions and builds versus other factions and things kept it interesting. And this game just doesn't have enough combinations to be interesting. Partially due to the way these factions are designed, but also just the limits of having only 7 factions versus 15. Like, you know, that's not their fault that they only have 7 factions. Now, again, I might disagree with the way some of the factions are designed that I think makes them inherently less interesting. But that's a different conversation. So, like, Warhammer 3 can have a lot more bugs and still be a fun game as long as you get more content in there, which Immortal Empires is going to be a huge rush of content. Why did they have the base game team go and do other stuff instead of fixing the base game? I have no idea, Hammond. CA devs have gotten death threats. Oh, like, there's a small vocal minority of every community that's shitty. But on the whole, people are pretty patient. Like, have you seen the Call of Duty minority? Oh, we're not getting a game every 6 months? Oh, Activision! Oh, you devils! Give me my same Call of Duty for the 20th year in a row! Oh, it's time to crusade! Oh, I need my every 6 months new Call of Duty that's the exact same but different maps. But, like, a lot of Call of Duty fans are kind of happy about this. Because Activision's, for anybody not informed, Activision's taking a year break from Call of Duty to make the next one actually, like, different. And they're trying to reassess. And there's a vocal minority that are pretty pissed. And most people are like, all right. Kind of burnt out on Call of Duty anyway. Pretty sure the damage is already done. How can you believe anything they say after lying about us? To get our new features, to get our money for release. It seems unreasonable to think they'd change. Shetland, that's true. I do think some of these things will be delayed. I think Immortal Empires will probably come out in September, though, just because that's already so delayed from when you think it would have come out. But I'm kind of... if they're going to delay stuff, I hope they just say. But when is Immortal Empires coming out? Yeah, September. Or later. When you talk about CA, it's like hearing you justify an abusive partner. Thanks, Shetland. Well, I did start out the stream kind of salty, saying they still haven't accepted my... They haven't accepted or rejected my application for a content creator thingy, and I submitted that in February. Give you a jump line and delay it, yeah. KV, High Elves will never dominate Skaven. Not until you guys get good. Not until you get good units like the Skavinos. I need my 100 quick backpacks. Yeah. Anyway, this stream was supposed to be kind of short. I literally woke up, got some cereal while I set up the stream, and then pounded through it. I have an actual stream coming up in about 2.5 hours. We're going to play whatever the fuck you people voted for. Get out of the fucking thing. What did you vote for these days? I could get my live stream demonetized. Yeah, Darkest Dungeon's still late, so I'll stream Darkest Dungeon in about 2.5 hours. But yeah, dude, look at this. I have a ton of banger fucking content. Oh, Winds of Magic tier list. By the way, the Winds of Magic tier list, I'm sure is going to be great. I'm sure the comment section is going to be so nice. Because the comment section of the Army Ability tier list was just lovely. So many people definitely agreeing with what I had to say. But also this one, the new Cathay Mountain Goat DLC, it's ineligible for monetization for a copyright claim. I'm releasing it anyway. You can't fucking stop me. Oh my god. Hold on. I want to watch a little bit of it. I know where the copyright is, so I'll avoid that for the stream's sake. But I love this video. This is a very silly replay. I had multiple things I wanted to do with it, so here we go. It's going to be a bit of an edited video. So I started off a campaign battle, and I had a weird reinforcement zone. I didn't think too much of it at the time. I just fell back. I didn't notice the white line was there and that the green was out here. I thought I could fall back into this, like, valley. Try to get my archers some space. Nothing weird happens with that. Nothing weird happens with that. It's a good one. Okay. So we have a few little clips for you. It's pretty great. It's pretty great. I hope you I hope you enjoy the jokes. I hope you enjoy the stuff.
comments are probably going to flame me. Also, I love how my units can retreat back into the mountains. And
That's
also,
great.
look at these fucked up horses.
Look at those fucked up horses.
Look at them. Look at them running. Oh, shit. There we go. Look at them run.
Anyway.
Look at them go. Oh, they're having their firing off.
I do kind of a clip show of various memes, but one of them I use some Lord of the Rings soundtrack stuff, and then the Lord of the Rings people were like, "You can't do that! You can't do that!" Yeah, we got some good stuff coming. There's a lot of great content that people are gonna flame me and say I'm wrong and say I'm shitty, but that's just the usual. We'll be streaming Darkest Dungeon in about 2.5 hours. That's what I got. That's what I got. I feel like there was something else I was gonna say, but it is lost on me. Oh, if you haven't seen the Happy Little Circles video, what are you doing? Come on. Go watch this.
This was just kind of a funny thing.
Come on.
Just has no move orders. She's just
It's
running
the Tsarina spinning in circles. Whee! Come on.
Whee!
Who doesn't love a polar bear spinning in circles? Oh, I remember. Daniel, sorry, I keep doing that to you. You asked for the puppy. Yeah, the puppy's over here. She's sleeping. I got you. Then I'll end the stream. Hazel Basil. Stinky. You're so dark on this camera, Hazel Basil. What you doing? Stinky pup? What you doing? Are you just having a nap? Your post-breakfast nap for a poor nappy lady? What? Nope. Yep. Oop. There you go. Who's your little puppy? Yeah. Oh, you're so good. You're so nice and lovely. Yeah, we love you. Yes, we do. You're a big floofer. All right. That's what I got. I hope you all have a good day.